The CCPS Season 6 chase is going to be underway as the regular season is over. The 16 drivers that will be competing is decided, and I will be going over all 16 of them, and at the end, I'll show you my predictions. I'm really looking forward to this chase, and that's not because a certain few drivers actually made it in. It's because this seems to be one of the most competitive classes of chase drivers in BMRN history, right up there with Season 3. So anyway, let's get started. Caden Mahoney mediocres his way into the chase as the 16th seed. The fact that I was struggling to find footage of him from this season really kind of says something about how his season has gone so far. He only has one top 5, but he has been sort of consistent, so I can definitely see him making it into the round of 12 over some of the more flashier drivers that are in the chase. Regardless, I don't think he's going to make it that much further. Hope Wilmington stumbles into the chase on a tiebreaker. The first half of the first season was marred with crashes, and it looked like it was going to be all over for her in her first season. But she stepped it up by the second half. The past 2 races she has shown top 5 speed. However, I have doubts that that 20 team will be able to carry it through the postseason as well. She will be eliminated after round 1. The choker label is officially off of James Edwards, as he was able to close out the regular season with Pacific Racing's first top 5 not on a super speedway. James is carrying some positive momentum into the chase, and the sleek new Aris car should help that momentum. However, I still don't think he will get any further than the round of 16. Like with Hope, I don't think the team is able to muster up top 10 speed on a weekly basis, so I feel like he will end up getting lost in the shuffle early. From one James to another, the first race winner on this list is James Johnson. He won his very first race on the biggest stage, the Riki 500, and took the cursed 11 car to victory lane for the first time. But that win was a while ago, and the rest of the season has been extremely forgettable. He's lucky if he gets past the round of 16 in the basement team of JGR. One of the more underrated drivers in the BMRN, Kate Summers, in what will be the 83 car's final season, got an upset win at Glenville and locked herself in the chase. While she has definitely outperformed the equipment that 83 has provided, she is an easy pick for an early exit. She just doesn't have the equipment under her that some of the other teams do, a lot like James Edwards rather. Angel Crockett, the driver who dominated the Gen 4 series so hard no one else even really had a chance, has had a surprisingly average season. Not that she hasn't been running well, because she has, but she just hasn't won a race yet. But I think she still hasn't yet shown what she can truly do. I think she will make a huge run all the way to the round of 8 in this chase. Her consistency kills, just like in Gen 4. And that is an advantage that she has over others this season. Vaughn Casarez is the highest seeded rookie in the chase, and the only one with a win. His win at Mid-Ohio was impressive, but he hasn't been as consistent as rookie rival Angel. I have him squeaking through to the round of 12, and I think that's where his season will end. Carter Lemelin broke a long winless streak in the last regular season race at Colon, and he is finally bringing the 42 car back to its former glory. However, I think there will be a few surprises in this chase, and one of them will be Carter missing the round of 8. I just think the drivers he has to compete with will be too much for him to handle, and he hasn't gotten back to the same Carter from seasons 2 and 3 yet. No offense to him, it's just going to be a tall order getting into the round of 8 with so many competitive cars. Jake Hoover has been disappointing this season, to say the least. He is the highest seeded of all the winless drivers in the chase. Jake's big problem this season has been finishing races. Being up front as much as he is, there should be no excuse to why he is still winless after the regular season. If this problem persists, he gets left behind in the round of 12. Brendan Creason continues his trend of getting better every season. His first multi-win season and his first win on an oval came in this season. He has been a contender all season and has been very consistent. I see him getting into the Final Four via a win at Thunder. He will make Furniture Row's last season a strong one. Sarah Cox has been the flagship driver at CCM once again. She is a superspeedway ace, as she proved in her win at Hooverville, but Sarah has been snake-bitten at most other tracks. Despite all this, I think the 46 team will pull it all together late in the season and advance to the Championship 4. However, once she gets there, the odds are stacked against Sarah, unfortunately. The competition will be very stiff, and I see her finishing last out of the Final Four. The best ever CCPS driver statistically, Grant Hoover is coming off of a 6-win season and championship. He was easily a championship favorite heading into this season. However, the youngest Hoover brother has dipped in performance with just a lone win at Seattle. He hasn't been nearly as dominant as he once has, and I see Grant missing the Final Four for the first time in his career. For the first time ever, Kellett Hoover has been the best of the three Hoover brothers. He broke one of the longest winless droughts in CCPS history at Fresno, and tacked on another win at Indianapolis to boot. He seems like a serious championship contender. However, he has some very tough other contenders to deal with, and I see Kellett getting lost in the shuffle in the round of 8, meaning that none of the three Hoovers will be making it into the Final Four. Man, it sounds so strange saying that. Despite the number change this season, Elizabeth Boutel doesn't seem to be any different from last season. A solid championship threat with multiple wins. She exploded in the Season 5 chase and nearly took the title entirely. The reason I don't see Elizabeth making it in is through process of elimination. I have Creason and Cox getting wins in the round of 8, and both Caleb Campbell and Brady Wilmington have been in a class on their own, so Elizabeth is the one left out. But that just goes to show how competitive this season has been. Brady Wilmington is officially back. After a dismal Season 5, he has jumped back to Season 3 and 4 style numbers. 2 wins and finishing in the top 10 in almost all of his starts. He was the championship favorite in the first part of the season by a long shot. While he isn't at that level anymore, he is almost guaranteed to make it into the Final Four. Only to finish second to Caleb Campbell. The regular season champion and the top seed in the chase will also become the Season 6 CCPS champion. He has almost identical stats to Wilmington, but he has been slightly better. The most noteworthy example are the races where the two led every lap, which are the only 2 times it ever happened in CCPS history. Wilmington led all 6 laps at the Pocono Roval, while Caleb, in this race you see here, had to lead 15 laps at Bristol to earn that achievement. Far more impressive, and that's what Caleb has been in comparison to Wilmington. Far more impressive. And he also has something to prove, since he has blown back-to-back CCPS championships. But he won't blow it this time. This is how I see the chase playing out, as far as when everyone will get eliminated. This is going to be a very fun 10 races, and honestly, even though I predicted Caleb Campbell to be the championship, I'm still not entirely sure. There are like 4 or 5 different drivers that I could realistically see winning the championship this season. So what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. This is Left Turn Productions, signing out.